And first and foremost, on behalf of Coach Graves, and it was great having him back in the Holman Center tonight again, and just awesome to see his progress. We're 6 weeks and 2 days out from his surgery, and just what a blessing to see him continue to progress and make great progress. But on behalf of him and our staff and our team, just thank you to everybody that came out tonight. What unbelievable crowd, considering the weather conditions, the temperature, everything that went into the last few days, schools being canceled, and then we have that type of turnout tonight for this game. We never take for granted what it means to play here, what it means to wear the Sycamore colors, and we're very, very grateful for everybody and pray that they got home safe tonight. And just, again, very grateful that we had such a great turnout tonight.
Yeah, Coach, on that note, Graves, it was mentioned on the Louisiana TV that Graves is coming back in December. Can you say, are you able to say anything on that?
No, I don't know, Derek. I don't know where exactly your sources are coming from, but the only person that'll tell you when he's coming back will be Matthew Graves, and I know that has a lot to do with him. It has to do with his doctors. I know he'd like to be back as soon as he can and when he feels is the right time, and more importantly, when the doctors feel he should be. He's making tremendous progress. He feels great about where he's at in that walk back, and we'll be excited when he does get back.
Coach, after a back-to-back tough couple games at Louisiana Tech, coming out and getting this 40-point game, what's that show just about the resilience of the team and like how much work was put into practices?
Well, really disappointing trip last week to Louisiana. We had a great opportunity there where we had as good a week as we could have had here, to get a hard-fought win against Louisiana Tech, close that out, and be able to build a lead down the stretch, and then to have a game against Ball State where we were able to stretch that game out and really feel like we were in control of that the last 5 to 8 minutes. We felt we were in a really, really good space. We go down there to Tech and play, a really a slugfest where we come up a possession short and took a lot of air out of us. And the Friday result is on me. I should have prepared them a different way. I should have had them ready to go. Alcorn came out and played a great game and beat us. But we knew the opportunity that we let slip away. We knew that we let a lot of equity slip, not just within our own team, within our own walls, but then in how people thought of us, and it bothered not just our staff but our team. And we knew that we needed to come out tonight and put together a good game and put together 40 minutes where the whole team made contributions, where we could see some guys out there that needed to get some opportunities and playing moments. We needed to get shooting the ball better because we had struggled so far up this year. And I thought we were able to accomplish, all those goals in tonight's game. And then really, leading up into a really big 3-game stretch here with this game tonight, Sunday against a huge in-state rival game, and then a really, really tough road game at Milwaukee coming up before we head into Valley play.
Coach, camp shooting speaks for itself, but tonight he's grabbing on rebounds,
Yeah.
making extra pass, loving, when Hudlocker gets NB, makes it for. What else can you say about Camp Piper and just what he means to this team?
Yeah, and thank you for noticing the other things besides shooting. One of the things we really talked about in the offseason was he wanted to expand kind of who he is and what he is. And I think you can see a great payoff from him defensively. He's a way better defender today than he was this time a year ago. He's not just a better understanding of concepts and things like that, but he's faster, he's tougher. He's got a lot more grit in what he's doing in his defensive teeth and what he's doing. But then he's rebounding at a high rate. He's got size at 6'6". It's something that we knew we needed a year ago, and it's something that he's delivering for us now. And when you're able to get him rebounding, boy, it takes a lot of pressure off some of the other guys to be able to do that. And I think he's been able to, where he maybe didn't shoot it early, he battled, a thumb injury early in the year that we didn't really talk about in that first month, where it kind of took away a good bit of his shooting numbers, and he was able to kind of refocus of how could I impact winning, as Coach Graves mentions all the time. How can I impact winning and be very, very effective? And I think he did that and continues to do that. But then to see Cooper Bean come in, and Cooper not just as a student athlete, but as a person, I don't know anybody loves Sycamore basketball more than him. He's made huge strides this year to not only improve his game, but understand how to run a team. And his maturity that he's made from a year ago to today is as remarkable as anybody I've coached. And I know how much it means for him to play here with his family connections, and then his family and grandparents living in the community. And he takes great pride in that, and I couldn't be more proud of him. And then obviously Hudlocker and I went to the same high school, so anytime an Edgewood Mustang makes a three, that's a great thing. Anytime you can represent the Wood, good luck, and good luck to whoever drew them in the Classic. So I don't know who that was. Linton, good luck to Linton. It ain't gonna be good.
Coach, the points in the paint just went crazy. 46. What do you see there?
Well, I thought we had size advantage on them. I thought we were able to get downhill, and we took a little bit more of an aggressive approach on it. We've talked a good bit about getting downhill and going to attack and get by people, and maybe not always playing to the pass. Guys are stepping out and taking away the three, so we've got to be able to finish and paint with contact. And I thought we did that. I thought we made the most out of our 11 offensive rebounds and being able to get second chance points on that with 10 on there.
You talk about how Camp is developed otherwise as a player, but how dangerous is he behind? Like, how good is it to have someone that dangerous behind the line?
Yeah, I said this to Joey earlier. This is my 30th year as a college coach. One of the best compliments I can give a guy is a shooter is, man, it comes off his hand easy. And it's when he's right and he's lined up, boy, it comes off his hand easy. And I told Byron and Jake when I was sitting there, I said, well, man, it must feel good to be able to shoot it that easy. And without any effort, without any size, with the size, I mean, he's got, it's a pretty thing to watch. And so I hope we can continue to get him good looks. I hope we can get him open and get his feet set because it's fun to watch him go in. I know that for sure.
Coach, we're getting closer and closer to conference play here, and the depth of the bench has just obviously grown. Obviously, putting a lot more trust in some deeper players on the bench. How confident are you, kind of getting closer and closer to conference play, that this depth of the bench is really going to come through?
Well, it's got to. You know, we play in one of the top 10 leagues in the United States. It's got to be. It's got to be. You know, and we have some challenges that we fight every night. That when we're doing roster construction, that we've got to, you know, be smarter. We've got to be better. We've got to be more effective. We've got to make sure that we get the right guys. But the depth that we bring in, we've got to make sure that it can help us. And I feel like as this progresses and as this year kind of lays out, to be able to know that, you know, Bruno is right there, and we know what Bruno is. Bruno was a huge contributor for us down the stretch, and at Arch Madness last year played as good a game. Besides maybe Aaron Gray, he was our second best guy at Arch Madness last year. To have Hunter get in today after a long fight back from a tough ankle injury, to get Hunter back, to have Derek back coming back Sunday, where we know we got 3 5s where we can go in and be a little bit more aggressive at that and not have to worry about fouls, can play multiple guys in that spot. And then to see, you know, Anel and Ian's progression at the 4 has been good. But just know that we've got multiple people that can come in and help us has been really, really good to see.
So earlier this season, you said this team has a blue-collar workout. How has Ian Scott lived up to that blue-collar workout?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think when you see his numbers and his efficiency, Scott Moore's coach, I've said this before, Scott Moore just says he's good at basketball. And he is. He's really good at basketball, but he works at it. And he has just a blue-collar mentality where he comes in and he knows what's at stake every day. He knows he's got to get better. That whether it's on the floor, in preparation and film, or in the weight room, he's crushing it every time we get in. And it's special. You don't get guys often to know that clock's ticking. And he's very aware that clock is ticking on his college career. And he is one of the guys that knows that and wants to maximize every minute that he can. And he's leading the house in that. And he's got to, for us to reach our ceiling, he's going to have to be even better. And I think he knows he's leaving some money on the table every day on whether it's offensive rebounds, putbacks, tips. He's got to play better for us to reach our ceiling. and he's working towards that. But it is fun to watch him every day, and it's been really cool to see the progress that he's making and kind of pulling guys with him as a leader in that locker room that we got to get better.
Any other questions for Coach?
Got your bodyguard with you?
Got my bodyguard with me. Good job. He wants to get at home. He wants to go sledding. He wants to try to get in 15 minutes of sledding before Mom pulls the plug and makes us go to bed.
All right, well, then thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.